Alright, next step is to make my cover. I am not using Cover Creator. I've used it for the paperback. I'm not doing that. I have not used it for the Man of Darkness paperback. Mind you, I've used it for a previous paperback and I will never go through that again. So I wish save is successful would get off my screen, but it won't. I did us all a favor and preloaded the cover guidelines, so we didn't have to wait for that to load. This is the thing that matters most. I'm going to go on to Designer and make an image this size in pixels, and then I'll be back with you. Alrighty, here's the blank document. In the grand scheme of things, this won't be much different than my paperback covers. We add the background image and wait for it to load in. And then we come up here and press use as background. And then it does that on its own, fills out the sides and whatnot. And then we go over to text and we add a title in. Wait for that to load. Change the fill color, for me that is to white. Then we change the font type. Then we go ahead and change that to Man of Darkness. And then we come up here and we center the text alignment. Click off of it. Maybe. Thank you. Drag it out. And then bring it up here. Arrange, center it in the middle, put it at the top. I'm gonna move that up actually a little bit more. Okay. And then we add another title, change the fill color, change the font, add in your author's name. Make it a little bit smaller than your title. I'm gonna go with 278. I'm actually going to drag this out first, so that way I can get an idea of where it needs to be. So drag that out to the sides. Center the text. And keep going down until it fits the way you want it. For me, fits the way you want it is about 198. And then I'm going to go to Arrange, center it in the middle, and then put it at the bottom, like that. I'm gonna move it up just a smidge though. It cuts off unless that's not, yeah. Now I'm going to center it horizontal. There you go. For me, that might be it for you. For me, I need to add one more title. Going to change the font to pink. Going to change it to that. I'm going to tilt it. That should be good. Type in what you need, save your changes, change your font size. Let's go with 50 to start with. Move that bad boy down here. Save it. Download it as a JPEG. Quality as high as you can get it. Once it downloads, you can come right back over to KDP. You can upload your cover file. While we wait for the cover to process, we're going to see what spelling errors Kindle thinks it found. I have an idea of what at least one of them is. Oh, well, that's convenient. It does that a lot to me. It will tell me that there's spelling errors, and then when I click it, it tells me there's not. So, you know, KDP. cover has processed, we're going to go ahead and launch Previewer. Alright, it finally loaded the spelling errors. I've already looked this one up. I looked it up like weeks ago when I was editing. It's fine. This one I've also looked up. It's kind of a mixed bag. I'm going to leave it as puppeting with one T, and we're just going to go from there. So I'm going to ignore both of those. Oh, I guess I could have pressed ignore all, but I'm not smart enough for that. And then back to content. Everything's good there. Save and continue. This is up to you. I personally enroll my books in KDP Select. It allows people to read them if they have a Kindle Unlimited subscription. I like it, but depends on who you are. I'm doing all territories, worldwide rights. This will depend on how many pages there are for which one I need to select. So I'll come back to that. Yes. Sure. And then I'm going to save it as a draft because I'm not ready for pre-order yet. I still have to get the Goodreads page ready, a blog post ready, the book page on my website ready. I still have things to do. So, save as draft. Okay, I'm gonna open up my ebook file here and base it off of the number of pages in that. Alright, so based solely on how many pages are in my book, the price for the actual book will be $2.50. And as you can see, if I put it on 70% royalties, I can't do that, so I have to switch it over to 35%. And that means that the pre-order is $125. You can do the same price for your pre-order and your normal book. You can price them however you want. That's just a heads up. Again, yes. Okay. Will you let me save it as a draft now? Yes, you will. Okay, so I have other stuff to do before I can press this button, and it's 10:46 p.m. so I'm only back here for like 14 more minutes, so I won't be accomplishing that today, which is fine. But I'm going to start working on stuff tonight or early this morning out in the living room, and then I should be able to actually pre-order this ebook version either tomorrow or Monday, depending on how things go. I don't mind waiting until Monday. Might work better that way. Weekends are kind of a bad day to announce stuff. Generally, depends on who you are and depends on the weekend and depends on the thing you're announcing, but I'll probably do it Monday. But either way, I'm going to get stuff ready for it Sunday. So I'll see you guys then.